Fortnite is more than just building and shooting. It's a game where milliseconds matter, where the tiniest input delay or comfort issue can be the difference between a victory royale and a top 2 heartbreak. But what if I told you that your gear might be holding you back way more than you think? Today we're diving into the deep world of competitive Fortnite gear. From budget-friendly setups to high-end loadouts used by top-tier pros. Whether you're grinding ranked, trying to place in tournaments, or just want to get smoother gameplay and better reaction time, this guide will break down everything you need to know. So sit back, relax, and let's build your perfect setup from the ground up. Let's start with the simple truth. You don't need the most expensive gear to be good at Fortnite, but having the right gear for your style and setup can massively improve your consistency. Think about it. When you're in a 1v1 and your hand slips because your mouse is too bulky, or when your headset doesn't pick up crucial footsteps, that moment of failure isn't just about skill. It's about your tools not matching your potential. The goal of this guide isn't to just throw brand names at you. It's to explain why certain gear matters, how to choose based on your personal playstyle and budget, and what's worth spending extra money on versus what you can skip. So let's start where your gameplay begins, your keyboard and mouse. The keyboard is your control center in Fortnite. It's where every edit, build, and movement input is made. If you're still using a $10 membrane keyboard with mushy keys, you're putting yourself at a serious disadvantage. For budget players, one of the best options out there right now is the Royal Kludge RK61. It's a 60% wireless mechanical keyboard that feels premium without breaking the bank. The switches are responsive, the build is surprisingly solid, and it has all the compactness you need for a cleaner desk layout. For only around 50 bucks. It's honestly very hard to beat. Stepping it up a tier, the Ducky 1-2 Mini comes in hot at around 100 bucks. It's a favorite among Fortnite pros and for a good reason. It's durable, compact, and the key response is crisp. The 60% layout gives your mouse hand plenty of room, which matters more than you might think when you're whipping 90s or aiming fast. If you got a bit more money to spend and want something that feels incredible to use every day, the Ducky 1-2 Mini is a smart buy. But also, I just bought the Razer Huntsman Mini for like 60 bucks. You can get it for pretty cheap, and I would put this above the Royal Kludge, but below the Ducky 1-2 Mini. It's really good for around the price, and you get a lot of good stuff with it, like good software and different color lightings. I would recommend that one as well. It also sounds really, really good. Now, if you're aiming for a top of the line, the Wooting 60HE is on a different level. This keyboard has analog input, which lets you use your movement keys almost like a joystick. That means smooth strafing, more controlled peeking, and even special movement tech that regular keyboards can't do. Fortnite pros like Click swear by this board because it lets them pull off advanced mechanics that standard keyboards just can't. It's expensive, usually over 150, maybe over 250, so depending on where you live. But if you're serious about competitive and you want every possible edge, this is where you should look. Alright, if your keyboard is the engine, your mouse is the steering wheel. Fortnite's fast-paced fights require flick shots, precision tracking, and lightning-fast building. So your mouse needs to be lightweight, responsive, and comfortable for long hours. Starting with budget options, the Logitech G203 is a fantastic entry-level gaming mouse. It costs around 30 bucks and has a solid sensor, responsive clicks, and a lightweight build. It's not flashy, but it gets the job done the way better than any random office mouse. If you got a bit more to spend, the Razer Viper Mini or the glorious Model O come in around $50 to $60 and offer a massive upgrade. Both are ultra light, built for competitive play, and have top-tier sensors that eliminate the small jitters or acceleration issues you might find in cheaper gear. The Model O especially is popular among Fortnite players for its insane glide and ambidextrous shape. At the high end, you're looking at mouse like the Final Mouse Starlight or the Logitech G Pro X Superlight, which I personally use. These are the absolute kings of the esports scene. Ridiculously light, flawless sensors, zero lag, and pro-tested comfort. The Superlight in particular is everywhere in competitive Fortnite. It's wireless, but you'd never know because the latency is so low. It costs over $120, but if you're looking to match what the best players use, this is what they're clicking heads with. This Logitech mouse right here. Sound in Fortnite is more important than almost any other game. You need to hear footsteps, building cues, glider redeploys, and even subtle movement sounds that can give away an enemy's position or when they're reloading. A bad headset can literally cost you the game. For budget setups, the HyperX Cloud Stinger is a solid pick. It's got decent audio, a comfortable fit, and a mic that gets the job done for around 40 bucks. It's not going to blow your mind, but it'll keep you competitive. Stepping up to the $80 to $100 range, the SteelSeries Arctic 5 or the Razer Black Shark V2 are excellent choices. They've got great spatial audio, crystal clear sound, and comfort that lasts through hours of gameplay. The Black Shark V2 especially has a fantastic mic and noise isolation that helps you focus in high pressure situations. And at the top, the Astro A40 with mix amp or the Beyerdynamic DT990 Pro, paired with a quality audio interface. These setups are what top streamers and pro players use. The soundstage is massive, letting you pinpoint audio in a 3D space. It feels like you're in the game, but they're not cheap. You're looking at $200 plus when you include the amp, but the clarity and directional audio can take your awareness to another level. Now, let's talk about the most overlooked part of the setup, your desk and chair. You could have a $500 keyboard and a $300 mouse, but if your chair is uncomfortable or your desk doesn't give you space to move, your performance will suffer. For budget desks, the IKEA Lindman with Atlas legs is a tried and true favorite. It's affordable, stable, and wide enough for a dual monitor setup and all your gear. You can even customize the height of it by adding risers if needed. If you're looking for more space and a sleeker look, the Eureka ergonomic desks are fantastic. They've got cable management, RGB options, and even cup holders or headset hooks. They're gamer approved without being too over the top. As for chairs, please don't game in a kitchen chair. Your back will hate you. The Secret Lab Titan Evo is probably the best gaming chair on the market right now. In every way, has lumbar support that actually works, and it looks professional. If you want a cheaper option, the Staples Hyken mesh chair is a great office style chair that supports long sessions without making your back too sore. Your monitor is literally what you see the game through, so if you're still gaming on a 60Hz screen, you're at a major disadvantage. Fortnite is a fast game, and you need every frame. For budget gamers, the AOC 24G2, it's a beast. It's a 144Hz 1080p monitor with a 1 millisecond response time, and it costs under $200. That's incredible value, and it will immediately make your gameplay smoother and more responsive. Going up to 240Hz, the BenQ Zowie XL2546 is a favorite among pros. It's built for competitive play with features like DYAC motion blur reduction and incredibly low input lag. You'll feel every shot and edit more cleanly. And if you really want to future-proof, 360Hz monitors like the Asus ROG Swift D259QN are insane. Though honestly, unless you're hitting 300 plus FPS consistently, you won't see the full benefits. But here's the truth. Gear doesn't make you good, but it does make it easier to play your best consistently. Comfort, response time, and accuracy are all affected by the tools you use. This guide isn't about convincing you to drop $1,000 on equipment. It's about helping you understand what really matters and what works for your style and budget. If you're a claw grip player, one mouse might be better for you than the other. If you have limited desk space, a 60% keyboard makes a huge difference. The goal is to build a setup that fits you, not just the So whether you're just starting out with a budget build or building your entire battle station to go pro, remember that the best gear is the gear that lets you focus on less on your setup and more on outplaying your opponents. Every click, every step, every shot should feel natural. And once your setup disappears into the background and your skills take the spotlight, that's when you know you're ready. And just to be clear, everything I recommend in this video is either gear I personally use or stuff that's been battle tested by top Fortnite pros. But that doesn't mean it's the only way to go. Everyone's hands, playstyle, budget, and even desk space are totally different. So I highly recommend you doing your own research before you make any final decisions. What works for Clicks, Mongrel, or even me might not feel right for you, and that's totally okay. Take the time to dig into YouTube reviews, check Reddit threads, join Discord communities, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Look at how different mice fit different grip styles, how certain keyboards feel when you're editing fast, or how different headphones sound when you're in a stacked endgame. Even small stuff like the mousepad size, keep cap height, or monitor positioning can seriously affect your comfort and reaction time. This is your setup, and the more time you spend understanding what fits you specifically, the more you'll start noticing improvements in your gameplay. But at the end of the day, it's not about blindly copying a pro's loadout because it looks cool. It's about building something that gives you the confidence, something that feels smooth, responsive, and completely second nature. That's when your gear stops getting in the way and starts enhancing your skills. So take your time, do a little research, and create a setup that feels like it was just made for you. Because in a game like Fortnite, that comfort and control can be the edge that makes all the difference. And if this guide helped you, drop a like and let me know what gear you're using in the comments. I'm always down to review new setups or compare more products in the future videos. So also join the Discord. And use code NOTFLOW in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to help me make more content like this. And stay cracked, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.